Hey there, Tennessee fans. Another episode of Tennessee Fan Talk going live. It's been, about a year since we've done something like that?
Oh yeah,
It,
saves on the editing time for
it
you.
for me, this is, this helps. This helps a lot with the editing time. Guys, we want to welcome you in Tennessee Fan Talk, wherever you are, we are. Check it out at the bottom. Hit that subscribe if you're watching anywhere, especially YouTube. Subscribe, hit that bell, get notified. If would mind share us out on the platforms wherever you are, we are at TN Fan Talk. You got myself, Brandon Byrd. I am use the Instagram at Brandon Byrd TN, and as always, my man here that way. Hey, I got it right, straight on. Look at that. The Duke. Hit him up Twitter at Brad Rush. We are going to talk all things Vols football this episode. We all maybe felt a little sting, a little heartache, but
Not me.
But there is good news to help relieve that sting, and that is, didn't we select them preseason to lose this game? Everybody.
I mean,
did.
I picked them to lose against Alabama, Kentucky, Florida, and Georgia.
You had them all over the place.
So 3 out of the 4 I'm good with.
We are going to get into that right after our quick little intro video. Got to play it even though we're live, hey?
Got to.
All right, guys, welcome back. Your Tennessee Vols, our Vols, everybody's Vols. I love how I got a lot of text messages last week about LOL, balls in your mouth. You had that one spot on. It was nice. You want to dive right into this game?
I mean, not a lot to dive into, but
there ain't a whole lot to dive into. Let's dive into
we got handled. The score does not show what it could have been. Thank goodness.
It could have been a lot worse. I'm going to hit you with the stats here. First downs, Tennessee still in the 20, Georgia 18. Total yards, Georgia 387, Vols 289. Third down conversions, what a joke. What a joke. 2 for 14, 3 for 5 on fourth downs. Time of possession was about our normal. What this does not show, because it's too hard to put everything onto a screen, is the sacks that we took. It was loud, guys. I mean, we've all watched games in Athens, and it was loud. I mean, for a TV broadcast to be as loud as it was, I couldn't imagine what it was there. You would think that Tennessee would practice that a little heavily, work out some sort of communication. They just did not have it. You add this up, Georgia had 8 tackles for loss for 41 yards. They also had 6 sacks for 30 yards. 71 yards. Not to mention the penalties, which it seemed like it was bad. It wasn't as bad. At the end, Georgia ended up having 5 more yards of penalties than we did.
But they had a lot of garbage time ones.
Yeah. One thing that you maybe can pull away from this is Tennessee only allowed 3 the second half. Of course, it was too little too late because they couldn't get the offense going. It reminded me at the beginning of last season.
I think the rain. And they had the lead. I mean, I think they could have put more on us if they wanted to.
Oh, it most definitely could have.
They just decided not to.
Yeah.
Mighty godly of them.
Hooker couldn't get it going, and I said to myself, I said, if we win this game, the rest of it should be a breeze. We had after the Alabama game, we had Franklin that was on our preseason when we talked about Georgia's team. He's been great. Franklin hasn't been tearing me up too bad. He just said, all I'm going to say is go Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
He told me after the Alabama game, he said, look, you showed your entire playbook. Tennessee had to show everything that they had.
We had to for the win.
We had to for the win. Kirby Smart said, exactly what he said after the game. We created a game plan. These guys went and executed it. We challenged them to go man to man and stick with the man, and they did. Not only that, they got in the backfield a whole lot. And this is what I worry about in the upcoming weeks. Not too worried about the Vandy game. Mizzou got in the backfield of Kentucky a lot this past weekend.
Nobody has a line like we're going to face the rest of the year. There's no better. I mean, I know they didn't have the sacks to show for it this year, but there's probably no better defensive line when it comes to talent, probably in the nation. Let's be honest. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I think we're going to. I mean, the loss stinks.
It does,
but I'm not mad about it.
No, not at all.
I mean, you look at me at the first of the year and say, "Hey, you have an opportunity to go 11-1."
Yeah,
you're going to lose to Georgia, and you're going to be number one.
If I've told you that you have gone through 3/4 of your season, you've played Alabama, you've played Florida, you've played Georgia, you've played LSU, and you're going to be 8-1, I would say, bring it on.
You talk to 95% of the Tennessee fan base, and they say you're going to go 8-7, but you're going to beat either Florida, Alabama, or Georgia. Any of the three. I know we didn't beat Georgia. In every single, I'd say 100% of people would take that. They would take it.
Oh yeah.
So, thank you, Josh Heupel, Hendon Hooker, bring me back to my childhood when the Vols were good. Makes me feel good inside.
Hey.
I mean, what was it the best game played ever? No. Do I hold it against you? No. I'm just happy to be here.
It wasn't. They've got to. Of course, we take on Missouri next week at home. Last home game, senior day, all that jazz, right?
Yep.
And then we have that possible tricky at South Carolina game.
South Carolina's a tough place to play.
It is.
Probably not as loud as.
Nowhere near.
It depends on what time the kickoff is. Have they said yet? No.
To be determined.
Let's hope for a noon kickoff.
That would be nice.
Noon Eastern.
That would be nice. Mizzou, have you even?
No.
Well, we're going to roll into Mizzou. I don't have that since we haven't gone live in forever. I don't
even know what their quarterback's name is.
Cook?
Sounds about right.
Braden Cook, is that right?
I know Eli Drinkwitz had a lot of crap to say the first of the season, so
it's time to put it on Drinkwitz just because.
And I think he just got an extension. That bum.
I don't know how.
That bum.
I don't know how. Don't know how. We'll jump into that game first. I do want to kind of go through our picks. It's hilarious. We both pick Kentucky to win the game. It's just good night.
They didn't look good.
They didn't look good at all. Didn't look good at all. Of course, Florida, we both picked A&M to win the Florida game. Florida comes out of nowhere there in the second half.
Who knew they would be a flu game?
What
A&M?
About? I want to hear your thoughts on Liberty beating Arkansas.
Arkansas is a bunch of frauds.
You picked Arkansas 35-6 on that game.
I mean, I don't know any better. Sorry, Hugh Freeze. Like I said, I'm here just for jokes.
That's of course, Alabama, LSU. Thank you, LSU. We said we were going to be the largest Tiger fans in the state.
Brian Kelly, you're still a strange dude, but we'll take you.
That's okay. That's okay. I love that it played out in fashion. It was a great, great game to watch.
I didn't
And
watch it.
I watched it, and LSU looked fantastic. And I
I was
love
over.
that, coaches have to, they got to live with their decisions, right? So going for it on 2 in OT1, if you make it great, you're celebrated. If they would have not made it and lost,
I mean, what else? They didn't. Their seasons. If they,
they
I mean,
control. They
probably
control.
the statistics show if they don't get that, they're going to lose eventually. So Brian Kelly's like, hell with it. We've already got beat
Just
twice. What's the third
roll with
one?
it.
You know, hero
The
or zero mentality.
I did not see. I'm trying to get prepared with not used to this having to be prepared early. There it is. Okay. 20 and a half. The Auburn. Did you watch the Auburn game at all?
No, no.
It
I am
they
on the record
played
many a time saying I watch the Vols, the Titans, and nobody else.
they
I'm very much on the record.
they played
And
for your
NASCAR
boy
racing, of course.
Cadillac Williams. They played for him.
And did they win? I
They did
saw the
not win.
video on Twitter of they did not.
They did not, but they looked really good doing it. And of course, South Carolina
If
was
there's
beating them.
anything, I did see a funny video on Twitter of Mike Leach closing all the folding chairs of his players so they couldn't sit down during the game. And then some student assistant or somebody came up behind him and my gosh.
Reopen them all back up.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they were standing up because he just dropped them.
Oh, okay. Just a different week, all in all. Rolling into week 11, Tennessee, the Missouri-Tennessee game on SEC Sports does not show it being on television.
What? I thought it was CBS game.
It would have to be the early CBS game.
Yeah, I think it is the early CBS game. Hold on.
Okay. Because it
Let me
doesn't
check
show
my
it.
Fizz Zone here.
It doesn't show it. It just says it's just got a blank. Mizzou is by Vegas standards set to be a 22.5 point dog. I think
it just says 11 a.m. Central Time. It doesn't say what channel it's on. It just says 11 a.m. Central Time.
No. Yep. Yeah, that's so. Someone pick them up, please.
I thought I saw a commercial that it was like the very early CBS game.
I thought I saw during the broadcast that they were going to do that. The other
it's not the guys whatever his name is, right?
No,
the one that I can't stand their name. Those guys.
Gary Danielson. You're not going to have Gary Danielson.
Yeah,
he is going.
Yeah, he's done. I mean, we're not going to have him at all next year. Thank goodness.
He's going to be at Ole Miss because that is going to be another fantastic game. Of course, Missouri, Tennessee, we'll talk about just a second. LSU traveling to Fayetteville and not losing. They cannot lose to Arkansas, and they've got to win it out for our sake. Vanderbilt going to Kentucky. You think that one's the snooze fest? That one's got to be the snooze fest.
Levis seems like that guy that when he gets down, he gets deflated. He just doesn't care anymore. Like he just doesn't have any. He gives me the guy that doesn't have any heart. You know, like it's like what have I done? I went to Kentucky. You know,
well, I would be better if I did not go to Kentucky.
He's sitting there thinking about himself. What is it? What have I done? I have went to the University of Kentucky. He was at Penn State, right? That's where he transferred from.
Yes.
Why did he's like, why did I just not state Penn State?
Yeah. Why didn't I do that? Mm-hmm. Of course, Alabama, Ole Miss. We need Ole Miss to. I'm a Lane Kiffin fan.
Alabama's donezo.
I'm a Lane Kiffin fan next weekend. South Carolina going to Florida. Georgia, Mississippi State. They face another team that likes to throw it deep. Texas A&M at Auburn. So it's got to be Vandy, Kentucky at Snooze Fest.
No, Texas A&M Auburn's a snooze fest.
You think so? I
Yeah.
think Auburn has a chance of blowing the doors off of them.
No, it's going to be a snoozer, bro. The real question, I'm more intrigued on who's going to be coaching Auburn next year. I want to answer ASAP, and I don't think we're going to get it ASAP.
There is no answer. There is no answer. So Missouri, Tennessee. Tennessee now ranked 5th in the AP polls. Of course, we don't know the CFP.
It'll be 6th. We'll be 6th, I'm sure.
You think they'll do 6th? Then I don't. I think they screw over TCU again. I don't know.
I don't. That was too much backlash last time. They're not going to do that twice.
There was, but strength.
But TCU's going to lose, and TCU's going to lose. That's okay.
Yeah, they play Texas this week, so I think they lose that game.
Yeah, Texas is heating up a little bit, but I tell you what, you want to talk about a team that's streaky. You don't know what you're going to get with them.
All right. It's time to pick them. Rolling through this one quickly. Mizzou, Tennessee.
We're going to have to run it up on everybody the rest of the year.
The total points is 56.5, and
I feel like they're going to have to. When I say run it up, I mean hang 70 on them if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you're embarrassing them or not. We ain't here to make no friends.
No, time to blow people out of the water.
As long as we get recomposed, which I feel like that's going to happen. I feel like Heupel has got the control to do that with this guys. Hendon Hooker knows he didn't play his best. That's okay. We're fine with it. First road test of the year, real road test.
It was. I got 55-17 Vols.
62-21 Vols. I don't even know if 62 is an option, but I'm going with it.
Yep, sounds good. LSU, Arkansas.
Arkansas's frauds. LSU should win, but that would be like the game that would really. Oh my gosh! Never mind. Sorry, Titans just fumbled on the kickoff. But we got it back. Sorry, folks, watching the Titans game. But we got the ball back, so we're good. This is one of those games. What happens if Arkansas beats them? Is it back in Alabama's hands?
Yeah, unless they lose to Ole Miss.
That ain't gonna happen.
I've got LSU 35-10.
Yeah, Arkansas's defense is awful. 42-17 Tigers.
I like that one. Vanderbilt, Kentucky. Not that it matters.
I'd love to say 9-6, but I'm not.
Kentucky's got to put some. They gotta make themselves feel good. 42-24.
Kentucky. No, it's 28-21 Kentucky. Will Levis, did you not see what he did? We have broke the Kentucky Wildcats.
It's Vandy.
We have mentally broke them.
It's Vandy. Vandy last week didn't look horrible until they did.
What about nobody said Stoops going to Auburn? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, his name did appear this past week.
Oh, did it? Shows what I keep up with.
Well, I listen to a lot of ESPNU, so get to hear all those. Alabama, Ole Miss.
Do you get the Alabama that's mad now, or do you get the Alabama that doesn't care anymore? Because there's
defeated.
There's two drastic. What time's that kickoff compared to what times? Will they know the outcome
of
the
CBS game of the week? They will
3:30.
Yeah.
And when's LSU Arkansas? They probably kick off at 11 at noon, so 11
noon Eastern
Central.
They'll know it.
I guess a lot of it really depends on the LSU game.
I'm going Ole Miss 38-35.
No, Alabama's going to win 42-28.
South Carolina,
Florida. We have sorry breaking up the live broadcast. We have outplayed Kansas City this whole game, and they just tied it up just a minute to go on 2-point conversion, and now we got to punt it to them with 2 minutes left. This is some bull. Anyway, go ahead.
South Carolina, Florida.
I think Florida blows the doors off of them. Where's the game at? Is it in the swamp?
It is in the swamp.
35-10.
I like your 35 number, but I'm going to give 28 to South Carolina.
No, they're going to blow the doors off South Carolina. Sunbelt Billy's starting to get it going. I feel like.
Georgia, Mississippi State.
Ooh. I think
like
Georgia is like in a different.
Yeah.
There's probably two teams that are in the same.
And then there's the rest of the world.
I think you can put Ohio State with Georgia, just from pure talent. But I think it's Georgia, Ohio State, and then everybody else. Did I just say Michigan? I meant Ohio State. If I said Ohio State the first time around, yeah, you put Georgia and Ohio State in the same stratosphere, and everybody else is just not even in the same galaxy as them. I don't think.
I mean, I'd love for Mississippi
they blow the
State
doors off of
catch them sleeping, but it ain't gonna happen. 52-17 Georgia.
Sounds good to me. You can put me down for the same score. I don't care. I'm not going to watch it.
A&M, Auburn.
Well, A&M's really let me down this year. But you would think after that recruiting class, they could at least find a quarterback. My man King has the longest like action to throw the football that I have ever seen. It's like he's rearing back trying to throw a fastball in baseball. Like he's like, wah. I mean, like, I don't even know. I mean, you know, have you noticed it? You need to watch it. It's terrible. He has maybe the worst throw motion since Tim Tebow. That being said,
what you got?
So hard. I mean, this. I said this was the snooze fest of the week, didn't I?
You did.
13-10 A&M. I feel like Auburn's defense is halfway decent.
Did you say 13-10?
Mm-hmm.
I've got Auburn.
If it's a
35-17 Auburn.
You got to give if it's a snooze. It's a defensive battle.
They're playing for him.
Oh, why do they? Does he want to be the next head coach? I got some news for you, Cadillac.
That's not happening.
You're not on 22s anymore.
You are interim, and this is your first gig, and you're loving it. And prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
As David Banner would say, Cadillacs on 22s.
You show your age.
So it's a great song. If any kids out there have never listened to it, you need to give David Banner a listen. He's only got a couple good ones, but they're all bangers. His good ones are bangers. You know, stunting is a habit.
I loved hearing Hype. If you have not watched the Hype Train, if you have not watched his after his post game reactions, it was great. I actually was gonna have it.
I didn't watch it.
Queued up here.
Will you give me a little backstory of it before you play it? Because I didn't watch it.
He just says, you know,
all the right things kind of
they
thing.
They created a game plan. They stuck to it. Kudos. You know, they got in the backfield. They took, you know, the crowd did their job. Everyone did what they were supposed to do. And you could tell. I mean, you could tell. Fourth quarter before a explosive offense scores their first touchdown. Come on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Take it what it's worth. I mean, I don't talk smack anyway. I mean, that's some of the, you know, the fan bases out there like to talk smack. I'm not that guy. You know, good for you, Georgia fans. I don't bark at people though.
No, there's not going to be any barking.
There's a little shade.
No barking. That's crazy. Guys, thank you for sticking with us here in this live stream that we haven't done in a year. It's hard to, you got to really
rusty.
You got to really prepare for live streams and have all the, you can't just edit out the crap and take a break. But
I didn't
we
prepare. I was coming straight from the bar to do this.
you did. Do you ever prepare?
I mean, I do have my computer brought up in front of me. That helps me prepare. And it also makes me look like I prepare. Now, whether I do or I don't, you'll have to be the judge.
Good night.
Go Vols.
Go Vols. Guys, we appreciate it. We'll see you next week with your 9-1 Vols.
Shh.
You would think.
You don't say that crap, man.
You would think. Remember to follow us.
Crazier things have happened. Look who the president is.
There he goes.
I'm not being political. I'm just saying I don't care who it is, but they somebody better than the man we got right now, because I'm an idiot and I can convey a better conversation than he can.
Yep. I'm going to agree with you on both parts. Nope.
Big orange.
Nope. You didn't pick that one up.
What, the crickets?
No. Said I agree with you on both parts. You can hold a conversation better, and you're an idiot.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree 1,000%. I've known I'm an idiot since I was, I'm guessing, when do you become really cognizant of yourself? Probably 15 or 16. I knew from then on I'm an idiot. It's okay. I'm perfectly fine with it. I mean, you're talking to a grown man that shit just pounced at the age of 22. So 23. It's okay.
Really did not need to know that one.
And won a chili cook-off by buying chili from Wendy's.
You did not.
BIBLE, I did. Went there, bought a bunch of chili, put it in my daggum crock pot, turned that thing in. Cha-ching, won $500 gift card to Bass Pro Shop.
Oh, yeah, that one is going online to do a short of this
little pro tip, kids. If you want to win a chili cook-off against the people that think they got good chili, they don't.
Buy some Wendy's chili, put a little hot sauce in it.
That's exactly what I did, because when I worked at the location, they had to change the rules because of me, because I was working at Bass Pro Shop, and this was the first year that they had the chili cook-off, right? And all these old women that worked at Bass Pro, now you got to remember, there's probably at an outdoor world, there's probably 200 employees. So you don't know everyone, but you hear everybody talking in the break room. Oh, my chili's the best. Oh, my chili's the best. Oh, my chili's the best. And I was getting sick and tired of it, so I signed up.
And how old? How old were you?
Probably 24. 25.
Have you ever actually cooked chili at this point?
Oh, yes, I enjoy cooking chili. So I'm like, I enjoy cooking anything. But so my plan was to Google World Championship chili recipe and do that. And then I even had a better idea. I'm like, I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm going to walk into Wendy's, just take a guess. How many cups does it take to fill up my crock pot?
Mm-hmm.
Put some Texas Pete in it and turn it in. So that's what I did.
And won.
And it's a blind vote, right? Everybody picks a number, and you win a $500 gift card. Okay.
To Outdoor World. Okay.
Yeah, to Bass Pro. Yep. Okay. So I won that. And then at the end, they bring you up front and said, "Oh, congratulations, Brad, you're the winner." And they said, "You got to tell us what your secret is." I said, "Oh, you want my secret? Here's my recipe. Half a gallon of Wendy's chili and half a bottle of Texas Pete. Serve and enjoy." Verbatim is what I said.
Give me my gift card.
And then the next year they changed the rules because their people were heated. I mean, these old women from their Bible club, they was ready to fight. So next year they had the chili cook-off, and you had to turn in your recipe beforehand and get approved by HR.
Oh.
But hey, it's a great story. True story.
That is hilarious.
Absolutely. If somebody tells you their chili's good,
you better check.
Wendy's is better.
You better check it.
Bottom line. And that was story time.
Not right. Vols fans, thank you for tuning in. We'll get better at the live if we decide to continue doing the live. But
I mean, I can always tell the story next time on how I pooped my pants going to the beach if you want to hear that as a
there
grown
we
man.
go. Story time with Brad.
I need to go do open mic at a comedy club for at least one of these days.
Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next week. Vols at hosting Missouri this week. Last home game. Get to Neyland. Get loud. Go Vols.
Go Vols. Thank you, seniors.